Hi everyone, it's Killshot 99 Gaming. This is Play Dead Live, Crossfire, SLY versus VOX, red, wedding style. You know what that means. That means we got extra legendaries played tonight. VOX is the home team, so they get that little extra edge, one additional legendary, but we've seen teams overcome it. Is SLY up for the challenge tonight? I don't know. We'll find out. I think teams have been preparing. Been a lot of cool stuff we've been talking about the last couple days. So I want to thank all of you guys for your support for Faction Wars, Friday nights, our story, our giveaways, our parties, everything that we do. We got so much content going on, and I feel like we're just getting started. So let me give a big shout out to everybody in the Army tonight that shows up, that cheers, that plays, does all those things. I mean, we know what night it is, do we? It's Wednesday night, but I'm just wondering, is there a little more to Wednesday night? Trigger? Maybe? It's there's something I'm forgetting. Oh, I know what it is. It's date night, baby. Light it up, everybody. Big shout out to Trigger's Army. We know it's date night. We know we got fans. We know we do this not only for ourselves, because we have some people playing. And you know what? Some of the people that watch us play wish they could play, and we're fighting a lot of times for them, and they're living through each and every one of you in some gaming. So big shout out to our fans, our supporters. We love you guys. Thank you so much for all you do. Those of you that Ranger Chris, there you go. Diana says, Kathy, Patty, Seth, Mike, Amon, Mike, you know it. Chop and Chad, our group. We love our supporters, and you know what? If you're a Walking Dead fan and you're watching the playback, we love you guys too. So we'll give a super chat shout out. I see Valar up there. Valar, hello. 999 Army Kills Great Minds. Channel members, sponsors, PDL Trivia, players, bundles, boxes, burn coin. It is Faction Wars. And I don't know about you guys, but I got messages today saying that this new gear set is the best looking gear we've ever rolled. You guys agree with that? Because I've been getting a lot of compliments. I'm feeling a little flattered right now. I feel a little embarrassed because people have been just sharing it, talking about it, and they like it. They like the look. So I'm gonna say it's a home run. We haven't even got to the abilities yet. Wait till you get to the abilities. All right. How about tell you why we do these Faction Wars? Because we keep score. Yes, we love playing it, but if you don't keep score, it takes away a little bit of the value. So we do measure these matches. We do chart our performance. We do get pumped up when we win, and we do get a little down when we lose until the next match. You can see the standings. We got Ark. Ark is having just an unbelievable season. They're winning some close ones. They have a lot of strategy. I know how this group is. They figure each other out, but right now I got to tell you, Ark is on a pretty hot streak at 17-8. Mir 12-13. VOX 12-13. SLY 9-16. This game is super important. VOX holds a tiebreaker head-to-head against Mir right now. The third tiebreaker is point differential. First tiebreaker is head-to-head, then point differential. VOX with a tiebreaker advantage over Mir. But if VOX wins tonight, they are securely in second. If they lose tonight, Mir will own that tiebreaker in second place, and SLY will be up to double-digit wins. And y'all know middle of January, what do we have? Can somebody name in chat right now what we have going on middle of January that we've never done before? 4 nights. We got a specific name to it. And it has to do with all of y'all. The Kills Cup. First ever Kills Cup mid-season tournament. And if that tournament started right now, it would be SLY traveling to Ark, Mir traveling to VOX because of the tiebreaker. Again, we got more games. They're going to be played between now and then, but that's important. Take a look at next week's game. December is going to be wild. So December, we got Monday night, SLY at Mir, Red Wedding. Wednesday night, VOX at Ark, Red Wedding. Then the following week, we got Ark at Mir. And then that Wednesday, we got our Battle Royale Championship. And then we got 2 more matches before Christmas. So it's going to be action-packed in the month of December. Let's take a quick look at PCP points and show you guys who is leading the individual standings. I'm still on the fence. I'm not saying we're not going to do a MIDI award show. I'm not sure yet. We'll see how January goes. But if we don't, we'll definitely still have the Max Awards. And take a look at the leaders. We got Dow and Villar, number 1, number 2, with getting the gold bars. We got JJ and Crimson, 1 and 2. Range Rover, Julian Dimes. Submarine, look at Captain JJ in the house. Then Cat in second. Cannonballs, Justice and Craven. Temple, Justice and B-Dub. Take it over to the Ace Award. We got Animal, who's playing tonight. Shaman Sheila, close behind. We've got Rover, Ruffled Feathers, Father Ron. Then Pope, Villar, and Moonshot with a 3-way tie. Stealth Bomber, Ron and JJ. Ron making them surrender, 6 surrender awards, and then a 3-way tie. Craven, Bones, and Moonshot. The Watchtower, the 9 award. JJ and then Craven. JJ pushing Craven back. See that? Strawman, Crimson and Craven tied. Ron with the vehicle theft. Then you got a 3-way tie. Ocean Man, Villar, and Bones. And then the Dragonstone looks like it's starting to ramp up. Is it a 2-way race? Kel and Craven liked. So, looks like we got a lot of fun, and we do keep score with the PCP points. All right. Several people are not playing tonight, and that are the people from Mirror, people from ARC. Do me a favor, if you guys want to qualify for a free pack, you never know. That free pack could have a wicked pet in it. Could have a wicked legendary in it. Packs equal VOX boxes. Boxes equal legendaries. Ron, put it up on the board. Ron is telling y'all, it is. Father Ron saith, it's roll time, baby. It's roll time. You can't roll for somebody else, Julia. Miss needs to send it to me. Up, she did. She sent it to me. I got it. Mist has a 10. It's on my messenger. All right, so Mist with a 10. We've got Julia, Busy, Shaman, Kel, Mist, Villar, Samurai. All right, looks like we got some good support. We got some ARC. We got some Mirror. Chance to score that free pack. Here we go. And I hope this turns into a legendary for somebody. All right, die roll, please. There we go. Number 4. Did anybody get number 4? Nope, no number 4. Let's do it again. 17. Look at Julia getting that 17. That's the way you do it. You play the guitar on the MTV. Congratulations, Julia. See? Showing up, persistency, you will win. You are going to win eventually. All right, I'm going to take you. I got to ask you guys. All right. A lot of you guys picked up bundles. Give me those 999s if you're excited about tonight. Let's see the level of excitement. This is the last bundle before inventory. The last bundle before inventory. Maybe you're getting a bundle. Maybe somebody's getting it for you. Maybe you're supporting your faction and showing a little extra love by typing those 999s in there. Maybe type it more than once. I don't know. Maybe you like the way the gear looks. All those things. There we go. There we go. Maybe you think it sucks and you're not going to type anything. I mean, let your voice be heard. All right, here we go. Tonight's war bundle is as follows. Tough crowd, tough crowd. It's okay. I'm going to keep doing what I do, though. I'm going to keep inventing. I'm going to keep doing it, even if I can't get 999s out of everybody watching. All right, take you up to the silver bundle. Elixir Extreme, Elixir Steel, Nitrous Potion by request. I got requests for Nitrous Potion because of the gold tanks. I'm sorry, because of the ghost tanks. I'm making them gold. Justice, we're going to paint it gold. Dragon Smoke, 5 post-battle pet revive. Graphene, Carbine, 1 of each of your waxes. Take you to the red. We got Cursed Red. We got... Wait a minute. What's going on here? We got Cursed Red. We got... Guys, I don't know what's going on. All right, I don't think we have Wizard Rubies tonight. All right. Glyph of Ravage, Combat Orbs, Red Summon Skin, Savage 6, Mag 7, Super 8, Hostile 9, Terror 10, Curse Blue. What is going on here? All right, Gavel is taking your wizard. Okay, there are no wizard gems in tonight's event. Huh. And he's gone. They're gone. All right, well, I mean, luckily there's Rage Potion and Mind Trip Smoke. I'll get to the bottom of this. I have no idea what's going on with these wizard gems and why they just disappeared. But we got Mind Trip Smoke, we got Secure, Moonshine, Sacred Tea, Fear Smoke, Gold Summon Skins, Max Seal, Super Thrill, Genesis, Gen X, PvP Gem, Energy Orb, Arrowhead, Spider Silk, Glyph of Carve, Arc Spark, Whiskey, Disaster, Astral, Heal Smoke, Standard Recipe. Take you up top, we got Mythic Summon Skins, Colossal Skins, and tonight, the final piece of Gen X gear, and look at this. Your Mass Destruction is going to be 3 now because you got 2 for this one and 1. Stats on this, H10, D8, B5, AP3, Mass Destruction 2 in this one piece of gear. And without further ado, let's do it. Brand new, coming out tonight as we finish out Gen X gear. Take a look at the Alpha Strike. Alpha Strike gear, everybody. It is amazing. Stats, H13, D10, B7, highest base we've rolled out since the Purge. AP3 and a brand new ability called Amplify. If you have not heard, Alpha Strike gear is your PvP gear. It is used for faction wars. It does equip for Castle Strikes. The pets in Castle Strike can also become, or the pets in Alpha Strike can become the pets that you mount. They become mounts that you can ride in Castle Strikes as well. So this gear is dual purpose. And Amplify. All right, here's the way Amplify works. I love the ability. You're going to love the control that you have over this. Amplify 1 means you amplify a zone, a chest, or a wall. And your first amplify will go to, if it's a wall, goes to the black block. Then if you have a team member that plays a second amplify, it goes down to the next block and it doubles the damage from 1% to 2% extra. If you play a third amplify, it doubles the 2% extra damage on that wall to 4% damage, and it'll go to the third block on that block. And if another team member plays Amplify, the fourth block on the wall will now take 8% damage extra. And if you play another one, it's going to do 16% extra damage on block number 5. And then when you get to block number 6, if you have a 6th Amplify, that block is going to take 25% extra damage every wall. It stays on the wall through the entirety of the game. So you potentially could have bonus damage on each one of those blocks throughout the game. Same thing happened with chest. Same thing happened with zones. If you play Amplify, you'll get a little music note over on their DZ. That players in there will take 1% extra damage. Play a second Amplify, they'll take 2. You don't have to play them all in the same zone. You can play a couple Amplifies on Main Street chest. You can play a couple on the wall. You can play a couple on each zone. It's up to you where you want to place them. But the more you place, the more it amplifies. You see what we did with that? So, pretty awesome stuff. Hopefully you guys will put it to some good use. Kel, let's see who is going to be amplifying and who's not going to be amplifying tonight. All right, and I'm just curious why Kel's typing that. Type in chat right now. If you picked up every piece of gear in the Gen X set and are receiving the brand new Genesis title. So type in chat right now if you've been here for the whole season. We started this gear set way back in August. We rolled this out all the way back in August. Seems like we just rolled it out, right? But if you have all the gear and you got a brand new title, Genesis, then we want to see who you are. And I want to say a big, big thank you, you guys, for supporting the game, getting the titles, enjoying the creations, and making it your very own. So appreciate you guys. And we can see, look who is getting an early start on the Alpha Strike gear. You're going to love the Alpha title. We got Crimson Bones, Mist, B-Dub, Justice, Football, Valar, Moon, Father Ron, Craven, Dow, Flyrod, Cat, Dimes, Jim, Samurai, Trigger, Julia, Dr. Di, Busy, Pope, and Kel, everybody. All right. So, if you picked up every piece of gear, good to see you guys. If you haven't, this is your chance to start fresh. And this is probably the best night to get the gear, to be honest, because you actually get 2 pieces of gear. You get the final one. You get to start out right out of the gates with a brand new epic set that I feel like is going to be, we're going to lead the portal off very soon. All right, we get down to business. We got a fun game in store for you guys tonight. These 2 teams are always entertaining when they play each other. So one last epic reminder for you guys. Tomorrow night at 8 o'clock is a blackout period, so you cannot do any gifts, any trades from tomorrow night at 8 o'clock until I get your inventory on Sunday. Get me your consolidations at the very latest by Sunday at noon. Remember, your consolidations are very simple. They're your gifts. They're your trades. That's it. The other stuff you guys are going to be doing on your own. We're not taking we're not doing your weapon upgrades. We're not doing those things. They're going to stay in your inventory. So, should be very simple for you guys to consolidate. All right, if you are playing tonight, you're in the starting lineup. If you're Ocean Man, Dimes, Craven, Bones, Justice, Ron, Cat, Dr. Di. If you are those 8, give me your pre-match buffs right now. All right, looks like we just need Deadly Dimes. Where you at, Dimes? There she is. All right. There's 8. Remember, timers are not challengeable. Play fast. Have fun. We have had games decided by timers and nerfs, so don't take too long. But be smart with your gameplay. Here we go. Taking down to the VOX Vatican. Tonight's starting lineup is as follows. Starting out for the home team, who's chosen to go first, we have Dr. Die in the DZ. Dr. Die be followed by Deadly Dimes, who will be challenging tonight from the Rover Zone. Dimes will be followed by Justice. Justice is in the red vest. He will be able to play 2 legendaries tonight. He's in the tank zone as well, and they have chosen the tank. Justice will be followed by Craven Light. Craven is the captain. He's also sieging. He has a red vest, and they've chosen the battleship. Craven Light be followed by Father Ron. Ron is the captain, sieging, red vest, and he is in the bomber zone. Ron followed by Ocean Man back into DZ. Look at Ocean Man, multi-time Defender of the Year. Made his name Defender of the Year. He's in the DZ tonight. We got Ocean Man followed by Cat. Cat will be in the Rover Zone. Cat will be followed by Bones. Bones is the bomber. Appropriately, she is in the bomber zone. On the bench tonight, we got Football Master in a red jersey. We got Crimson in a red jersey. And Dr. Die is the challenger. I don't know if I mentioned that already. If I didn't, I just mentioned it again. All right. Play fast. Have fun. And you have a challenge ability in case I forget to move something. So pay attention to the board. Pay attention to what we say. And have a good time. May the best team win. Let's kick it over to Dr. Die. Dr. Die. Give me 1 second, Dr. Die. I'm just going to move 2 avatars. Just to make it faster and just a little bit. I think I mentioned this the last time. When people get grouped with the red vest, it sends their avatar all the way to the top on my board. So I just have to move it so the timer is the top thing. All right. Dr. Die, no timer needed because she is going to go Boston Main Street. Let's put it up there. Boston Main Street is going to be played in 1. It's going to cap in 3. Going over to Fantasy Island. Dr. Die's at Fantasy Island. She says, we're going to pass it. You do pass it. Let's take a look and see what SLY has to do. Your mission for tonight, SLY. Got to destroy 2 walls. You got to play and cap 3 or more Kangs. And you got to cause an avalanche. All before the end of round 5. Craven Light, are we good? Craven Light says, wait. Purple Cipher, Dime says, we'd like something beside those walls. How do you feel about vehicle theft, Dimes? Vehicle theft replaces the wall. So, got to steal a vehicle, 3 or more Kangs, and cause an avalanche. That is your mission, and we'll take you back to the map. Purple Cipher does not count as a expendable legend, so it is a free legendary. All right, speaking of Deadly Dimes, Deadly Dimes, you're up, and you got 20 seconds. Easily beats the timer. Dimes jumping into Range Rover. Let's give her a tire. Getting on the board early. Temple steps, dark boss to their chest. Dime's playing dark boss, looking for an extra 25, maybe. Dime's playing boss in 1. It's going to cap in 3. Furnace 1. Not going to have any rage this round higher than 6. You can use higher than 6, but it's capped at 6. Is all you get credit for. Ron, you are not going to be rendering. So Range Rover, steps, dark boss. Furnace 1. Let's give her a seal. Let's put out a flame. All good and all within the timer. Let's kick it over to Justice. Justice, 20 seconds for you. We got Justice, Craven, Light, Ron, Ray, Cat, and Bones. Timer's up. Did not make the first timer. He beat the Nerf timer, but missed it by about 6 seconds. He's going to get in the tank, grab a cannonball. 25-point cannonball for Justice. Go to Temple steps, boss to their chest. Justice playing boss in 1 with cap in 3. Navy to the Temple, mass destruction 2, and that is still the correct mass destruction. Next week, it'll be up to 3. All right, let's put out that fire. And let's give him a seal. All right, let's go to Craven Light. Craven, 20 seconds for you. Timer is up. Beat the timer. Get in the battleship. Move to their DZ. Battleship, Craven with a cannonball. Bonfire to the Temple fire. Gonna relight it. Drop a seal. Rage potion. Yep, we knew what you meant. And Mind Flay, Cats, render. All right. Gin Grenade to the Watchtower. Like that first Watchtower. Craven, where do you want that 10% to go? From the Gin Grenade. All right, Ron. Damage is going to you. It is going to break Ron's gear absorption. All right, Battleship, movement. Bonfire. Got a seal. Gin Grenade's going to get rid of Ron's absorption. And Mind Flay Cat's render. Speaking of Ron, 20 seconds, Ron. Ron says, come on down, Dimes. Dimes says, I can't say what she says. I can type it. That's what she said. All right, Ron getting a surrender. White flag. Ruffled feather. And MBS, 200 points. Again, white flag, ruffled feather, and then 200 for the MBS for the Portal champion, looking like Father Ron. Let's go over to Ocean Man. Ray, 20-second timer for you. We'll see Ron in round 3. All right, beats the timer. Using a robe of render. And you're going to render justice. All right, justice. I'm not sure if you have all 6 scoring pets. Or all 7. Yep, there's 7. I don't know how many he has. All right, he's got all 7. Justice, I need to know which pet you're going to keep. Which scoring pet's all you need to type. You don't need to tell me the 6 you're getting rid of. Just tell me the one that you're keeping. All right, he's keeping his Kang. So he has 1 left. All right, Rover Render. Ocean Man's going to play Cronin. D12. If he gets a 1-6, they get a rage that round. Let's give him their Cronin roll. See how Ray does with his dragon. Oh, it's a 10. No rage. Bonus for Cronin this game. It was a good try. We're going to give Ray a Elmo with rage. First Elmo. Legendary's good. War Dragon's good. Pet is good. Perch to their bomber zone. It's going to reduce the rage in their bomber zone. Elmo's good, and the render is also good. Nicely done. Final 2 moves of the first round. Let's go over to Cat. 20 seconds, Cat. Timer's up. Nerf timer's coming. Beat the Nerf timer. Get into Rover. Go to their DZ. Red Nolan, Seal, Navy to the Temple. with Superfly. Ocean Man's going to shut down the Navy. Smart. Let's give Cat a tire. All right, Temple stays lit. Red Nolan and a seal. Cat on the attack. Nolan will be hanging out with her. And Superfly, let's give Nolan some wings. Because a flying monkey is really cool. Well, to some of us. it's traumatic to some of us. All right. Let's go over to Bomber Bones. 20 seconds, Bones. All right, Bones beats the timer. She says, you go to the Temple Ron, I go to your Cyborg. Bones with the disabling. All right. Nicely done. Good job. Fast moving round. The second one will be even faster. Justice does not get to go into the temple, but Deadly Dimes does. All right, Craven Light going to dim that Dragon Stone. Also, Craven Light. Went to their DZ. Cat went there as well. But because Ocean Man has it, we got 25 for SLY, 0 for VOX. We'll give a halo to Ocean Man. Halo to Craven. Halo to Cat. Strawman 0-0. Let's get ready for round 2. I'm going over to Dr. Dye from Fantasy Island. Dr. Dye, you got 20 seconds. Dr. Dye, Dimes, Justice, Craven, skip Ron, go to Ray, Cat, skip Bones. Timer's up. Nerf timer started. Beat the Nerf timer. Mythic Kang to which boss? Main Street or the side? Dragon Smoke. Going to move back to your DZ. All right, it is a Mythic Kang. Could be worth 63. Dragon Smoke. Let's put that one out. She says, you know, Craven, your battleship looks pretty good. I think I'll take it. Dr. Die in a battleship. And Craven Light says, what? You sank my battleship. Yeah, something like that. Mythic Kang, Dragon Smoke. Steal the battleship. Rage Elmo to the watchtower and render Ray. And Ray says, Kang. Dang it. All right, Elmo to that watchtower. All right. Nice play by Dr. Die. Dr. Die. Let's go over to Deadly Dimes. Dimes from the Temple. 20-second timer, Dimes. Dimes is in the temple. She did get the blessing. Beats the timer. 5 seconds to spare. Thank you for that. Move to the DZ. Mythic Kang to her boss. Dimes looking to get 63 out of it. Pet Repel. Going to render Justice. So Justice, your Kang is now gone. You got that final one. You don't have to type it. We know it. So no scoring pets can be played by Justice. And F5 top hat to the wall. Ron says, wait, movement's good. Kang is good. Pet Repel's good. Justice, no more scoring pets. And F5 top hat. Ocean Man and Justice not going to be playing scoring pets today. All right, Dr. Dye going to medic page 3. All right, so page 3, she's going to take half the damage. Half the damage will go to Dr. Dye. We're going to take Dr. Dye down to %. Remember, it doesn't cut the damage in half. Full damage, but you get half of it. It's a little different. So then the second half of that damage would be half of the damage generated from an F5 top hat. Does hit. Black block. %of a green block. I got 90 green remaining. Top hat takes down the top block. Dimes gets a watchtower. Watchtower number 3. All right, let's go from Deadly Dimes over to Justice. 20 seconds, Justice. Timer's up. Start a nerf timer. %10 nerf on the attack. $25 nerf on the attack. This is for a 50% nerf, Team Box. Not sure what's going on. Does anybody see a move from Justice? All right. So we got this is a 50% nerf. All right. So type it again. Type it in sections. All right. All right, there it is. Rod, pet, repel, Navy to the temple. And hinder Craven. Give Craven a -1. Craven does a hit. All right. Does hit. So he can't play Rod because he has boss out. So no pet. Pet repel's good. Navy's good. And hinder's good. And remember, Justice, Dimes evacuated that area. You could have moved into it. You put out the second flame, which is fine. But once the team occupies it and leaves, you have the right to occupy their zone. But both flames are put out. He is still on the steps. Yeah, I don't need them. So you guys don't have to send me, Diana, what you see and what you don't see. I know it happens. My goal is just to get the move in. So if somebody sees it and they say I see it, and I'll say, can you post it for me? So I know it happens sometimes on YouTube. All right, let's go over to Craven. Craven, you got 20 seconds. But the important thing is when I'm doing the timers, just let me know that that's happening. When I get the second timer, it means I can't see it. Timer's up. Nerf timer incoming, Craven. All right. Beats the nerf timer. He's going to move to the ozone. Ah, look at that. Gonna steal the battleship back. Move under the ozone. Get his battleship. Gold Blitz to Cats Nolan. Pet repel. E2 Elmo to the watchtower. Ron says wait. And we will be skipping Ron, and we'll go to Ray next. So be ready to go, Ray. What you got, Ron? I'm going to hit the gas a little bit here. You guys got some missed timers already. All right, Justice Horace, intervene, Justice. All right, intervene to blitz. Cat's keeping her Nolan. Horace, legendary, going to stop the Elmo. Both of Craven's attacks are shut down. All right, we go to Ron. We skip Ron. Let's go over to Ocean Man. 20-second timer. After Ray, we'll go to Cat. Timer is up. Did not beat the timer. Missed it by 3 seconds. Move to the temple. Arc Spark, Gold Blitz to Cats, Nolan, Seal, F4. Now that was actually a genius move. Because Craven's Gold Blitz would not have killed Cat's Nolan, but they used an intervene on it anyway because it was flying. That could have been a game changer right there. Ray used the Superfly to make the Gold Blitz fly to kill it. All right, Ron, we got Gold Blitz, F4 Elmo. What do you think about it? Ron says, wait. All right, what are we preventing, Ron? Blitz or the Elmo? All right, Blitz. All right, Blitz is shut down. The Elmo does hit. So I've got Watchtower number 4 lit up. Another Elmo. Cat does keep her Nolan. Ray moves. Movement. Blitz stop. Seal. F4 Elmo with Superfly. All right, Cat. You and Nolan from the rover. 20-second timer. Timer's up. All right, just typing a book here. Voyage to steal their sub. Splash Ray. All right, with Splash Ray, we're going to move him out. Wave award for Cat. Sub is off the board. Cat getting a wave. She's going to move to the temple steps. Mythic Kang to Dr. Dye's Boss. Could be worth 63. F5 Snowstorm to the wall. Going to hinder Craven. Craven F5 Snowstorm. Cats Grenade would get the Snowstorm effect. Nolan would not get the Snowstorm effect, but would get the damage. And do me a favor, if you guys are watching a stream, make sure you F5 when you're not playing, just to refresh. All right, going to gold blue Cats Grenade. First gold blue of the game. Going to hit Cats, going to break her seal. Nolan. Damage is going to go through. No Snowstorm, but gets the damage. All right, they get the full damage for it. Black block, green block, 20% of a green block. 80 green remaining. And that is the end of the round. Let's give Cat a pet repel. Deadly Dimes. Captains, give me your third round subs. Deadly Dimes losing Seal. Losing pet repel to Elevation. Craven keeps his because he's in a battleship. Justice. Rotating in. Cat. Rotating into Temple. Team VOX with the Temple. Craven Light, Demon and Dragonstone. Trigger for Die, Tiny for Ocean Man. Nice job, Ocean Man, coming in, mixing it up. Dr. Die, good job as always. Looking like Ricardo Montalban on Fantasy Island. Put Trigger in there. All right, we'll go to round 3. Before we start round 3, we are going to cap Dr. Die's Boss. First flag of the night. Got 126 points of Kangs on it as well. A little bit of extra bonus points. All right, I'm going to take it over to Trigger. Trigger, we are live. 20-second timer, Trigger. Timer's up. Beats the timer. Orb of Jet, Craven Light. Craven Light, all your scoring pets cut in half. Going to Steel Bones, Colossal Kang. And you can. Because the rules of Cyborg, you come into play that round, unlike the portal that Ron is stuck inside. Bones, no Colossal Kang. Dark Boss to Main Street. Trigger playing Dark Boss in 3. Would cap in 5. E1 Elmo to the Watchtower with Mass Destruction. Craven Light, does it hit? Captains, help me out. Go ahead and let me know if it hits or wait before we get to it. Jet Steel, Boss, E1 Elmo to the Watchtower. Does hit. Lighten it up. And let's give them a Elmo. All right, Dimes, before your turn, I'm going to give you 63 points for your Kang. Go ahead and cap your boss. Bosses are 1-to-1. And I'll give you 20 seconds. We got Dimes, Justice, Craven, Ron, Tiny, Cat, and Bones. Timer's up. Beats the Nerf timer, did not beat the regular timer. Dimes driving a Rover to Tank Zone. Heal and Seal. Scold Trigger. F4 Goliath to the wall of Mass Destruction. Ron does a hit. Come on, Ron. Dark Blue from Trigger. And Trigger does have Absorption. It's round 3, Dimes, and it's her first round with the gear. So Scold does not hit her. Does not deal any damage. It breaks her gear absorption. Dimes getting a gear absorption. And the F4 Goliath to the wall with Mass Destruction is stopped with Dark Blue. First blue of the game. Next grenade attack going to be nerfed by 25% for Team SLY. All right, movement, Heal and Seal. Scold. And the grenade is stopped. All right, let's go over to Justice. Justice in a tank. He's going to get 3 rage added onto his attack, starting right now, 20 seconds. Easily beats the timer. Thank you for that, Justice. Super fast. Going to go Crowley's Candelabra. That is going to light Watchtower number 3 for Team VOX. Is going to put out Watchtower number 4 for Team SLY. See how that works? A little flip-flop. Slater. Going to put a seal on that Watchtower as well. Look at this man. Dragon Smoke. Going to protect that. Rage Elmo to the Watchtower. Mind Flay Bones. Bones you cannot use render. And they're going to light Watchtower number 4. And let's give him an Elmo. All right, Candelabra, Slater, Dragon Smoke, Rage, Mind Flay. All good. Thank you for that, Justice. Let's go over to Craven Light. 20-second timer. Beats the timer. Thank you for that. Move to the bomber zone. Going to switch out the ghost ship. All right. So, Craven, here's the problem, okay? You can't trick it to get in progression. The ghost ship, you can't move and then jump in the ghost ship to fake it out to save the potion. So, you got a choice. Use the nitrous to activate the ghost ship and then move, or don't use the ghost ship. But that's a price that you have to pay to use the ghost ship. You can't use the ghost ship and not move, is what I'm saying. All right. So, and just let all of you guys that have ghost abilities, the round that you use that ghost tank, ship, chopper, etc., you have to pay a nitrous. All right, so he's using nitrous, moving the ghost ship. When he gets over there, it is going to break this dragon stone. That is a new rule we just came out with this week, so just letting you guys know. Shatters a dragon stone. Craven Light with a bullseye. And a dragon stone. Red stone is gone. So Ronnie's moving, paying the potion. Haze and Daze to Cat. A regular Trixie to the Watchtower, their wall with Shatter. All right, so Trixie is just going to break the seal. It is a Trixie, so it's going to be 25% nerfed. And it is going to hit that block, and believe me when I tell you, it's going to do almost nothing. So 90% green is going to take that wall down to 85% green, even with the mass destruction. But he did shatter it prior to that. Abilities go first. So I ended up taking it down to 60% green total. Ghost Ship, Movement, Nitrous, Haze and Days to Cat. And Grenade, all good. Let's go over to Ron. Ron, 20 seconds to you. And let me cap Justice Boss before we get to Ron. Bosses are 2-1. Ron beats the timer easily. Ron's going to move to their DZ. Gonna Holy Avenger. That means you guys cannot put any effects on his wall. No nerfs, no anything, no snowstorms, nothing to this particular VOX wall. It's impenetrable. Boss to their chest. Ron playing boss in 3 with cap in 5. Gonna play Marty. He's gonna sacrifice his attack. Marty's gonna rebuild that stone. Gonna play a seal and gonna play an absorption potion. Movement, legendary, boss, Marty for the rebuild, seal and absorption, all legal, all works. Nice job. Let's go over to Tiny from the DZ Dimes. 20 seconds. We got Tiny, Cat, and Bones. Timer's up. Did not beat the timer. Did beat the nerf timer. Boss to side chest. Seal. Tiny playing boss in 3 with cap in 5. Rage Delmo to the Watchtower with mass destruction. Like Watchtower number 4. Watchtowers are now 4-4. All right, let's go from Tiny over to Cat with the Haze and Days. Cat, 20-second timer. Beats the timer. He's going to move to the rover zone. Remember Haze and Days, there is a slow and a chill effect. Skull to Bones, Dragon Smoke. Elmo to the Watchtower with mass destruction. See if it hits. Does hit. All right, we're going to take Bones down to 90% with Scold. Going to give Cat a absorption. Light Watchtower number 5. Elmo. Can't wait to see the Elmo or lack thereof in everybody's inventory. Light Watchtower number 6. Dragon Smoke. All stones are relit. And a mass destruction already took effect. All right, let's go over to Bones from the Cyborg Island. 20 seconds. Beats the timer. She's going to Staff of Sable. Neither she nor pets can be under the effect of smokes. Going to go Slush Wand. Ice Wands are off the board. I'm going to Slush Justice to cut that rage in half. Move to the temple. She can, and she can occupy. It is available. And she is in the temple, so she can fear justice. Going to fear him out of his tank. Out of the temple. He will still get credit for it. It won't resolve, but we'll play that when it gets there. All right, movement to the temple. Staff. Slush Wand. Scold to trigger. Take a trigger down to 90%. Gonna Light Watchtower number 5. Gonna get Bones and absorption. And that is the end of round number 4. The end of round number 4. Justice does get credit for the temple in 3. So both Bones and Justice getting a blessing. Halo to Tiny. Halo to Ron. Halo to Trigger. Ron dimming their Dragonstone. DZ, I got 25 to SLY. Sorry, 25 to VOX, 0 to SLY. Ron neutralized, Trigger and Tiny both had the other 2. 25 VOX, 0 SLY. All right, looks like we're good. We're going to move over to round number 4. Start of round number 4, we got Trigger from the DZ, 20 seconds, Trigger. Beats the timer. Mythic Kang, their own boss. Could be worth 63. Going to go Seal. Elmo to the Watchtower. Going to hinder Dimes, give her a -1. Elmo hits. Going to give us watchtower number 7. Kang, Seal, watchtower, Hinder. All within the timer. Let's go over to dimes from the tank zone. 20-second timer dimes. Timer's up. Move to the ozone. She is within driving range. No penalty for the movement. Go Kruger to put out a watchtower. Max Spark to Justice. Dragon Smoke. S6 Goliath loaded to the wall. Going to hinder Justice. Ron. Does hit. Put out watchtower number 7. And you can see we have 6 lit back up. Dragon Smoke. Let's get rid of smoke on top of the Dragon Stone. Let's get some wall damage. S6 Goliath. 60% of a green block. We got mass destruction on top of it. Take out the 60. Green block. Blue block. SLY now with a slight wall lead. Let's go from dimes over to Justice. Justice, your max sparked. 20-second timer. Pizza timer. Gonna move into the temple. Remember, he is slowed, but he's not moving far. No movement penalty. Vines to Tiny, Skull to Tiny. Up. Craven Light says, nah, let's back you up. We ain't gonna let you do any of that. Craven, Justice, you do get to play a pet. But you can't move, you can't play vines, you can't play vapor. Which pet would you like to play? Of course, you don't have to, but it's up to you. Go play Kruger. All right, Craven, does Kruger hit? Smart substitution there. Does hit. Let's put out a watchtower over on the other side. 6-4 with watchtowers if you're keeping score. We always keep score. Craven Light, 20-second timer. We got Craven Light, Ron, Tiny Cat, and Bones. Beats the timer. Thank you for that. Craven says, I already got my Mistral. Now I'm going to abandon ship. Craven jumping out into their tank zone. Battleship is well used by both teams. Binds to trigger, Scold to trigger. Max Spark Justice. All right. This has never happened before, but I'm going to tell you how this happens. Because Justice did get a move, SLY, he only has one Max Spark on him. The first Max Spark was a slow, and he did play in action, so that Max Spark fell off. Now he is slowed, and he can't be slowed, but he does still have a second Max Spark, or he has a new Max Spark on him. That makes sense. But it is only one. Gold blue from Cat is fine. Finds the trigger. Going to break her seal. Also going to take her down to 80%. Craven Light is going to get an absorption for that. Scold is going to hit. Going to be Watchtower number 5. 6-5 in Watchtowers. His newly acquired absorption is going to be broken by Cat's Gold Blue. And a Gen Grenade does not hit. All right, Craven moves to the tank zone, binds to trigger, Scold to trigger, puts a fresh Max Spark on Justice, and the F4 Gen is shot down. Let's go over to Ron. 20 seconds, Ron. All right, Ron's going to move to their tank zone. Max Seal to trigger. Rage Elmo to the Watchtower with Mass Destruction 2. We're back up to Watchtower number 7. Love the watch. First time, this is the best Watchtower battle we've ever had. We've seen it with Strawman, but it's pretty cool. Movement's good. They're going to put a red Watcher out. That's going to go in Watchtower number 6, which is up there. Red Watchers worth 10 points for Team VOX. Movement, Watcher, Seal, Rage, Mass Destruction. Some very crisp moves by both teams tonight. Let's keep it going. Speaking of crisp, here's somebody whose abs are very crisp. If you haven't seen them in a while. There they are. All right. Tiny. $20. Easily beats the timer. Mythic Kang to Boss. Dropping a Pet Repel. Kang could be worth 63. A second Max Spark on Justice. That does kick in. He cannot be moved this round. Going to shatter. And that is a fresh blue block, so they're going to shatter it down to 75 blue. And an M7 Elmo to the Watchtower. It's going to be red blue from Justice. Final blue of the game for Team VOX. Red blue is going to break Tiny Seal. Kang, Repel, Spark, Potion, Elmo. Potion, Elmo shut down. He did make the timer easily. Let's go over to Cat from the Rover Zone. 20-second timer. Cat, very similar abs to Tiny. Perhaps a little better. And a little higher up. Nonetheless, very solid. Gonna move to the Bomber Zone. Kruger, Seal and Thrill. Kruger will put out that Watchtower. E2 Top Hat to the Watchtower. And a Shatter. All right, we'll start with a Shatter because I've got 80% green. We're taking it down to 55 green. Seal and Thrill is nice. No additional rage from it. Top Hat has no effect except for its specialty grenade. And let's light Watchtower number 7. Number 8. Sorry, number 8. And final move of the first half. Bomber Bones from the Temple. Beats the timer. Kruger, Seal, M7 Goliath to the wall and hinder Justice. I got Justice sitting at a -2 hinder. And it does hit. All right, Kruger. Let's take him down to number 7. 7-4. M7 Goliath to the wall. Got sitting at 75 blue. No, not anymore. Take out the 75 blue. Take out a blue. And take out 35% of a red block. I got you at 65% red. After your mass destruction. That is the end of the first half, everybody. Good first half. Captains, give me your round 5 subs, please. Let me know who's coming in. Bomber Bones with a blessing. Trigger, second halo. Tiny, second halo. DZ, 25 all. Watchtower, 0-0. Crimson for trigger, Sir Tim in the ozone. Both teams unlocked sentry guns. Good job with that. Sir Tim coming in the ozone. Nice job, trigger. Crimson is a red vest. Justice is no longer Max Spark. We're in the second half. He has to be put back in his initial starting zone, but it did serve its purpose. Football for Tiny. Animal in the ozone. Got the great Animal coming in. Tiny rolling out. Football Master coming in. He's a red vest as well. Coming in throwing like Jordan Love. All right, the order is as follows for the second half. Crimson, Dimes, Justice, Craven, Ron, Football, Cat, Bones, Sir Tim, and Animal. Before we get to Crimson, we're going to cap 63-point Kang for Team VOX. Going to cap a third boss for Team VOX. 3-1. All right, let's kick off round 5. 20-second timer. Crimson. Timer's up. $10 nerf timer. Well, you guys got to let me know. Nerf timer is up. I don't have anything. I got nothing posted, nothing messaged, nothing. Are you guys seeing any moves? All right. Got to move in. We got Boss to Main Street. Blade in 5 with cap in 7. It hits. And it may or may not be a dark boss. And I'll tell you why. It is a regular boss. The reason it is a regular boss is because she typed it as a boss and she does own one. Rage Elmo to the Watchtower with mass destruction. Elmo hits. It's Watchtower number 8. Get credit for the Elmo. All right, Boss to Main Street, Rage to Elmo with mass destruction, and Craven called hits. If you guys are wondering, if you have 2 of like item and the other captain locks it in, it's your job to play the right pet. So she does have the pet. She has more than one boss, so it does lock in. All right, we go to Deadly Dimes. Dimes, 20-second timer. Timer's up. Beat the timer. All right, she's going to play Misery Mantle. And she's going to steal Crimson's Colossal Kang. And she's going to play it on Tiny's Boss. Could be worth 73. Going to put Ward on Football Master. Going to put Torment on Crimson. M7 Monster. Oh, that's pretty cool. All right, so that's a neat little payback there. So Dime stole Colossal Kang from Crimson. Crimson played Ankh of Asia, which stripped the Kang of all the upgrades and basically made it a regular Kang. So it's not a 73-point Kang, it's a 45-point Kang. It's kind of neat. You don't see that often. All right. Misery Mantle steals Crimson's Colossal Kang. Crimson plays Ankh of Asia, says it's a regular Kang. Ward to Football Master. Torment to Crimson. M7 Monster loaded to the wall with Shatter. The Shatter's going to go through. Going to take it from 65 red down to 40 red. And then let's Mythic Sonar it and nerf it 20%. After Mass Destruction, it's going to be equivalent to an F5. Lithium. F5 Lithium. You got 40 red up there. Take out the 40, take out a red block. I got 2 full red blocks remaining. All right, I won't start a timer for Justice. Justice, if you're going to keep that same move, just type good. All right, so we are going to keep it. He does beat the timer. He's going to move into the temple. Going to play Thraxus on himself to give him a +3 during Dragonstorm. Torment to Dimes. Going to Judas that grenade. Going to play Wicked Rod with Superfly. Wicked Rod, not regular Rod. And Ron, they're going to Judas that. Movement's good. Pet's good. War Dragon's good. Torment is good. And he's going to add Rampage to it. Does the Judas hit? It does hit. And congratulations, Football Master with a gold bar. All right, we go from Justice. Crimson going to use... There you go. You know, that'd be nice, right? You don't have one of those, though. I think you meant Chromica. Well, I don't know. Did you mean Chromica? She might steal one during Castle Strike. Y'all, Valar, you and Jim better hide your Dominaris. All right, going over to Craven Light. "20-second timer. Timer's up. Craven did not beat the timer. Does beat the nerf timer, though. Go move to their rover zone. Mirror Smoke Justice. Mass Destruction 2. All right, Mortal Scourge. And Kruger. Start with Kruger. We're going to put out that. Mortal Scourge for points and damage. It's going to lower the cap of that by 30 points. So that's a minus 30 to your boss cap VOX. It's also going to deal stats are upgraded, but it's still going to deal 20% to that boss. So we're going to take Crimson's boss down to 80%. M7 Trixie. Going to hit Justice. Going to break his seal. Mirror Smoke is not resolved yet, but his seal is gone. And then the Trixie damage to Crimson's boss, M7 Trixie. How many times are you going to Ankh of Asia? No, it's not a scoring pet, Ron. She can't use Ankh of Asia like for every pet. One, I think she's lagging. Number two, Ron already hijacked your legendary and used it for you previously. So, no, it's not a scoring pet. It's a point deduction pet. But that would have been a good one to use it on. All right, move to their zone. Kruger, Immortal Scourge, does damage. Also lowers the boss cap. Mirror Smoke's not resolved. M7 Trixie breaks his seal. And it also, M7 Trixie takes Crimson's boss down to 70%. It's a Trixie. You guys know what I'm going to say. It's good juice, but it's Trixie. All right, let's go to Father Ron, 20-second timer. I'll tell you who's not buffering. Ron's not buffering. if you got legendaries around Ron and you're buffering, you better hide them because he will play them. Move to their bomber zone. Going to turn Joe, the animal, into an engineer. The Scold animal, torment the Craven Light. Revolt the animal so he cannot use the T10. Man, y'all doing some sneaky stuff tonight. Y'all are just mean. Look at all this mean stuff you guys are doing to each other. Move to their bomber zone. Turn Joe into an engineer. Scold to Joe. Torment Craven Light. Revolt and an E2 Oracle to the Watchtower. Craven says, wait. Football's going to intervene to grenade. All right, Scold is going to light Watchtower number 8 one more time. It's going to take Animal down to 90%. It's going to give Ron an absorption. A second one, see him stacking them. And the grenade is stopped. Let's go over to football. Football, 20-second timer. At the start of football's turn, we'll give him a second. We're going to cap that 45-point Kang that they stole. Pretty cool. They're going to cap 63-point Kang. Second boss. Ron capped his boss, so bosses should be 4-2. All right, football's move. Jets Prison Justice. All right, he's up above it. He is out of the mirror smoke. So, Justice, you're like floating up in the air. Boss to the side chest. Football, boss in 5, cap in 7. Torment smoke on Messenger of the Lord. Rage Elmo to the Watchtower and mass destruction from football. It hits. Watchtower number 5. Watchtowers are 8-5. All right, after football, we go over to Cat. 20 seconds, Cat, from your rover zone. Beat the timer. She's going to move to her tank zone. Balls to their chest. Cat playing a boss in 5, cap in 7. Put some torment on football. And a Gen Grenade to the Watchtower and Revolt Animal. So now he cannot use a T10 or an H9. Highest he can use is an S8. Movement Boss, Torment, E3, Gen to the Watchtower. Craven says it hits. And congratulations, Cat, lighting Watchtower number 9. We'll give her a 9 award for 25 points. Crimson with the Chromica. Movement Boss, Torment, Gen Grenade. Cat, where would you like that 10% damage to go to? Can't damage your own players. It's a good try, but just like you can't shoot yourself with a healing gel. Can't shoot your players when they're Euclid. All right, going to Bones. Going to break Bones Absorption. All right, speaking of Bones, you're up. 20 seconds to Amy. Easily beats the timer. Going to move to their DZ. Finds Crimson, Petro Crimson. It's a lot. That's some rage there. Like, we're going to do some stuff here. Binds to Crimson, Petro Crimson, Gas Blast Crimson. And Shatter, shifting winds, move to torment the cat. Hell yeah. All right, so football's torment. Going to go over to cat. Ron's just like, it hits. I don't know what all it is, but it's hitting. All right, so let's start with the vines. Breaker absorption. Petro. Gonna knock her back. And she is still in range for the gas blast, which is gonna launch. Shattered a wall. Yeah, I mean, it shatters, but it is a fresh wall. That might be a little tough there. So that is going to take it down to 75 black. Makes it specialty grenade proof. All right. Move to their DZ. Vines to crimson. Petro. Absorption. Gas blast. Shatter the wall and move to torment the cat. All is logged. Let's take it over to Sir Tim. 20-second timer. I told you guys, like, this VOX SLY thing was starting to become a rival. And how many people are watching tonight and you feel like it's becoming a rival? Like, every time they play, it gets a little more like Ark and Mirror. Like, each time. Well, not quite that bad, but almost. Get in a turret. Cape of Craven to a tank. Rage Goliath and going to render Animal. Animal. Get rid of scoring pets. All right, that Rage is going to become an E3 because he is in the turret. Craven, you got a Rage to Goliath, and Render Joe is probably going to get rid of his Kang. All right, let's get Kang posted in chat. We've got E3 Goliath to the wall. $55 green. A little harder with all the mass destruction in there, so we get to see like a real wall hit this time. Takes out 55 green. Takes out 75% blue. I got 25 blue remaining. VOX chipping away. SLY getting it done on the walls. VOX starting to catch up a little bit. Gideon and Kang from Animal. All good. Good move by Sir Tim. And let's go over to the Animal. 20-second timer. One of the #1 seeds in fantasy football. Beats the timer. Animal getting in the turret. Going to play Rod and torment Tim. A Superfly. Rod. Ron M7, Rapture to the wall. Wall has been damaged. Justice with the Mythic Sonar, final sonar of the game. And again, there will be no Rapture effect because the wall's already been shattered, but we are going to nerf it 20%. M5, Carnage. 75% of a black block after mass destruction. Be slightly more than a Carnage. There's no in between on that one. So it's Carnage plus extra damage. Black block, 15% of a green block. Team SLY got you at 85 green. That is the end of round number 5, everybody. We're going to go to the epic Dragon Storm round. Both teams qualified. But I've got nobody in the temple. Justice high above it. No straw man. DZ. I've got football and bones. Ooh, Avalanche. All right, ground shaking. I got 75 points for SLY with the Avalanche. Cat. Losing her seal. Ron. Absorption. Absorption. Seal. That's it. Yep, Justice is above it, but they do get the points for it. All right, that's what we got. We're going to round number 6. We're going to get a die roll and find out how much extra rage we got in this Dragon Storm round. Let's make sure it's positive rage. And it is. Always, so you guys, there's always higher odds of a positive Dragon Storm than a negative because I roll a higher die side, but it can happen. But tonight, as most nights, it is positive Dragon Storm. We're going to roll a 4-sider. How about a 2? Enrage 2 added to everybody's attack. You did not. The Mistral is a vehicle takeover. When that came out, we mentioned that. It is not a vehicle steal. The vehicle steal and the spyglass has to be from stealing the vehicle. It's the 2-round steal. So you got 2 out of 3 for the mission. So VOX actually got the mission. All right, so we got E2. E2 for everybody. And we'll start out with Crimson Tide. 20-second timer, Crimson Tide. And even for PCP points, Dr. Dye and Craven, neither one got the spyglass. They got the vehicle, and they can use the vehicle, but not the theft. All right, Crimson going to move to their DZ. Tigress. What's the target for Tigress? I see it. Couple things, though. One, you got to give me a target for Tigress. Number 2, you don't have a Colossal Kang because it was stolen by Tammy. You can play Seal. You can play Absorption. And Inferno Strawman. So, Tiger's target, and you can play a different pet because you don't have that pet. Now, whether or not she can hear me is a different story. Okay, there she can. All right, so Tigress to their wall. And different pet. Because of Tammy's thievery. You can thank her for it later. Going to play Mythic Gideon, minus 28. All right, movement's good. Tigress is good. Mythic Gideon, Seal, Absorption, Inferno to Strawman. She's going to light Strawman number 1 for Team VOX. When she does, going to hit. And that Absorption she played is gone, and she is no longer tormented. All good. Let's go over to, I'm sure you did. All right. Dimes, you're up. 20-second timer. Timer's up. Beats the timer. All right, 1 second. I have to log one thing first. Craven, I got you with a Siege Award. Last round. Is that what you got? 100 points to Craven like. All right. We should be up to date. Everybody's got their stuff. And all right, now we go to Dimes. Dimes going to move to the bomber zone. Jinshi, give that hinder to everybody. -1 across the board for Team VOX. Gonna go with Gritty. Gritty is a passive pet for Dimes. Just going to prevent it from being feared or knocked back. As long as Gritty's out. Thrill Monster to wall with Rampage. Ron says it hits. All right, now keep in mind, Dimes has a -1 hinder carried over, but she has a E2 from Dragonstorm. So Rampage is going to get rid of the other hinder. It'll bounce it out. The Thrill is going to give her a 1 plus a 2. I got an E3 monster. Ron says it hits with mass destruction. Slightly higher than a monster. But I got a 20% Tigress nerf on it too. And that's charge number 1 of Tigress. 85% of a green block. Nerfed. You're fortunate to finish off the green block. That Tigress does stay on the next block now. So Dimes taking down the rest of a green block. Let's go over to Justice. Justice, 20 seconds for you. You're now out of Jet's prison. Let me make sure. There's no drawbacks to that. Who put him in Jet's prison? All right. Nope, he is, sorry, he's above it. Justice, you're still up in the air. So because you're up in the air, you can play Pets, Sparks. That's it, Pets and Sparks. So you can play Red Nolan. But there is no grenade. He's too high to attack. But he does have a flying Wicked Rod. All right? Remember, it was flying. So Wicked Rod is going to go over. It's going to rebuild a green block. And not only is it going to rebuild a green block, it's going to freeze it. So we got one block Frozen, one block Tigress. He can play a pet. He's got Nolan. That's it. All right, at the end of his turn, he's back down. Okay, he was up in the air. He plays it. End of his turn, he comes back down to the temple. And he did have Wicked Rod, build a block, and freeze that block as well. Craven Light, your move. 20 seconds. Everybody getting an E2. Craven Light in their rover zone. And that was such a good Jets prison play by SLY because it took all those bonuses. Like he was legit going to get 3, 4, 5, 6 S6 bonus onto his attack. But they lifted him up so he had to miss out on Dragonstorm. Craven Light beats the timer. He's going to move to the temple. Red Stasis to Ron. No H9, but he does get a super thrill loaded to Crimson's Boss. All right, so I've got 3, 4, 5. Craven Light. Got a -2 hinder. Makes it an E3 monster. Sir Tim going to use the prevention. All right. Let's go from Craven Light over to Ron. From their bomber zone, tormented in stasis, 20 seconds. I sense a little bit of PvP in tonight's match. I mean, excuse me for getting a little bit excited about the battle. But I don't know. Maybe you guys are getting ready for castle strikes. This feels kind of like a castle strike to me. All right, Father Ron. Move to the rover zone. Mythic Kang. Mythic Kang to Cat's Boss. Ron could be worth 63. Max Seal, Inferno to Strawman. Like Strawman number 2, and before the Max Seal can resolve, Ron's taking 10%. I'm taking him down to 90. Movement, Kang, Seal, Inferno, all good for the Messenger of the Lord. Let's go over to football. Football is not tormented because it got moved. 20-second timer, football. if you aren't fortunate enough to win tonight and you are on the losing end of it, which I don't know which team's going to lose, wouldn't you kind of want to raid the other team to just beat you in faction war? I mean, wouldn't there be that small, like, hey, you know, they got us tonight, but it'd be really cool if we could go over and have a party in their lawn? I would. Timer's up, football. What are you waiting on? All right, it's 10% Nerf football going for 25. Oh, I think those are fighting words. You start messing with Ron's dancing pole. All right, he beats the second Nerf timer. Mythic Kang to boss, super thrill. Football, Mythic Kang could be worth 63. Super thrill, monster loaded. To Crimson's boss. Ron, does it hit or wait? It hits. Oh, big time error. Football not tormented could have brought the extra rage. And Ron picked up on it. He's like, you know what? That could have been worse. But it's still super thrill with the Enrage, which is an F5 monster loaded. Still a big hit. Crimson's boss is 70%. F5 monster, I'm taking it down. %, 22% shot by Football Master. Crimson's boss, 48%. Everybody attacking stuff tonight. Let's go. Let's go. Cat, you're up. 20-second timer. We got Cat, Bones, Tim, and Joe. Did not beat the timer, but did beat the Nerf timer. Kimuri to the Ozone. Gold Gideon. Minus 24 for SLY. Heal and Seal. And I think it is the first time that someone has used max cap, and it's probably going to be the last time anybody ever uses max cap. So I salute you for that play. Because it means that the boss cannot take more than 50%. But I do have to remind you, the boss is at 48%, so it is 50% of max health. So it could still take 48% and die. But I do like to play. So we got Kimuri, Gold Gideon, Heal and Seal, Monster loaded. To the wall. An animal is only able to single evoke it. So that is the equivalent. Cat has a -1 hinder. We got a E2. That evil? All right. Let's see. All right, that is correct. Justice could not attack, so they did not, Ron. So they do have both charges of evoke. It was evoked because Justice typed the move, but he couldn't play the move. So double evoke does go through. All right, E2 monster, evoke it. Make it E1, evoke it again. Half a rage. Monster, cut in half. Carnage, monster, cut in half. Spruce. A slightly enraged spruce grenade from Cat. You finish off the 25% of your block after your mass destruction is added. That was a quarter of a blue block. You get it. Oh boy. Can't wait to see this one. Bones, you're up. 20-second timer from the DZ. I could have typed this out and already knew what was going to happen. All right. You guys are having too much fun tonight. Temple Steps. All right. All right. Temple Steps is good. Arc Spark, Mythic Scourge to Crimson's Balls, Super Thrill, H9, Monster loaded to Crimson's Balls with Rampage. All right, number 1. We got a Mythic Scourge. Number 2, we got a unbelievably crazy grenade coming at you, which is going to be a 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 with Rampage. 14, 15 after Dragon Storm. S15 monster. I thought it was going to be a grizzly, but monster. Ron's going to prevent the grenade. Ron, how about the Mythic Scourge? Mythic Scourge hits, which is going to lower the value of that boss by 20 points. It's going to lower the health of that boss by 15%. Crimson's boss is sitting at 33%. Let's go from Bones over to Sir Tim. Sir Tim, 20-second timer. Beats the timer. Red Blaze to Strawman. Blue Spark Thrill Smoke Goliath to the wall with Mass Destruction 2. All right, let's light that Strawman. That's going to be Strawman number 3. Animal with the prevention. And I feel like Animal was turned into an engineer. So there is no prevention. All right. Does it hit? Red Blue from Craven is played. So no penalty for delay a game. They're playing their second blue of the game. They have one remaining. Red Blaze, no penalty for the pet damage. Red from the Red Blue is going to take Sir Tim down to 90%. Goliath is stopped. And the final move of Dragonstorm, everybody, is the Animal from the turret. 20-second timer to Animal Joe. Timer's up. This is for a 10% nerf. He does beat the nerf timer barely. Barely beating the nerf timer. Oh boy. S8 Monster. Blue Spark, Super Thrill, Gold Rage. Crimson using the prevention. It would be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It would have been a big hit. Crimson says, I'm going to prevent it. But Animal giving it all he had. But burning a lot of preventions there. Interesting. Both teams. All right, that is the end of the round. Captains, give me your final 4. Great job by both teams. That was a lot of fun. Good to see some PvP action in there again. I've got Justice getting a blessing. I got Craven getting a blessing. $15 points for Strawman for VOX. I've got Deadly Dimes, 150 points for Occupy. I got Cat, 150 points for Occupy. Crimson Justice, Ron, and Cat. Sir Tim with a Ace Award. Animal with an Ace Award. Good job by both players, helping your team score. All right, let's go look at the other side, see what we got. Dimes, Craven, Tiny, and Bones. Football Master heading out. Tiny back in. Crimson with a halo. Football with a couple halos. All right, the order is going to be Crimson, Dimes, Justice, Craven, Ron, Tiny, Cat, and Bones. That is going to be your order. At the start of Crimson's turn, still alive. Barely. We are going to cap her boss. Remember, there were some deductions. There's a 20-point deduction to it, but they do still get the cap. Boss number 5. Let's go to Crimson, 20-second timer. DZ was 25-25. Beats the timer. Going to go Faust to Cat, give her 10% bonus. And we do have a stealth bomber unlocked this round. I'm going to put it over there. S8 Goliath. You can't do an S8 Goliath and a T10 Goliath. That'd be nice if you could. All right, we move her out of the zone. It is going to be a T10 Super Thrill. And Tiny's going to prevent it. All within the timer, all good. All right, let's go over to Deadly Dimes. Dimes, from your bomber zone, 20 seconds to you. I don't know, y'all. This game feels pretty close to me. Feels like a pretty close one. Beats the timer. Red Curtis to the wall. Super Thrill Blue Spark. Warrior and Rage. H9 Gavel to the wall. Yes. Ron. Oh, my gracious. Ouch. Oh, the attack on Crimson's Boss made him use the preventions. Dimes. All right, Red Curtis breaking the important ice block. Tigress is going to help. But Dimes with the H9. Rampage, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 with the Napoleon S18 Gavel Grenade. And that block will nerf it 20% on that block. Green block. Tigress on this block is going to nerf that block 20%, but it still gets obliterated. Blue block, blue block, blue block, 25% of a red block, deadly dime, 75 red remaining. That was a wall shot. Woo! All right, let's see what VOX has in store. Coming back, Justice and his little friend Nolan. Maybe he was forgotten about. 20-second timer. Justice reminding everybody. Him and Nolan. H9 Gavel. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 with Ignite Craven Light. Both teams are on different walls. This is called the if only round, where both teams are saying, if only I had this. All right. Bones shutting them both down. How about a gold blue and intervene for Justice? Gold blue. Going to hit Justice and take him down to 80% health. And stop his grenade. And Bones going to intervene the other one. Telling y'all it's going to be close. Buckle up. Craven Light, your final move. Craven Ron, Tiny, Cat, and Bones. Timer's up. Beats the nerf timer. The steel cat's talon. And he's going to go H9. Storm. H10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Ron, H15, gavel grenade. It hits. My, oh my. Following that big shot with another big shot. 75 red. Red block. Red block. One red block remaining in this wall. Back to back. 2 hits almost took down a whole wall. It's crazy. It is big time this time around. All right, Ron, let's see what you got. 20 seconds, Ron. Beats the timer. Ron, going to Kamiri to their ozone. Hold up 1 second. All right, Ron, I got a question. Do you have a prevention? Just a yes or no. All right. Craven is going to get a gold bar. Here's why. Animal's rod never hit. Therefore, there's nothing you can do to stop it. It would have taken 1 additional block. Animal had a flying rod that was never resolved. So that would have happened before Craven's wall attack. There's 1 red block remaining, 75 red. So Craven Light's attack would take that wall out. Make sense? Just want to make sure you understand why that would have happened. Yep, okay. The rod was never resolved, so that would have taken 1 additional gold bar. And again, if Ron had a prevention, I would go back and play it out, but he doesn't, so it won't matter. So we're going to give Craven a gold bar with that additional block, and we're going to rebuild the wall. All right, so we do have a fresh wall up there. And that is full wall number 2. Okay, now we're at Ron's turn. It does hit, so a lot of stuff's going to hit. We've got Mythic Gideon, minus 28. Community to their ozone. I'm going to let Ron, I'm going to let you change your entire move. So I'm going to give Ron 1 minute. He's going to lead his move. And I'm going to let him redo it, knowing that that wall has been taken down. Because obviously he's not going to Mighty Mike a full wall. So delete it. I'll give you a minute to think about it, and then we'll reset it. All right, Ron's going to go Mythic Gideon, which is good. Community to the ozone. Max Spark to Bones. Inferno to Strawman. Craven Light hits. Going to light up Strawman number 4. And it's going to break Ron's seal. All right, let's go over to Tiny. 20 seconds, Tiny. We got Tiny, Cat, and Bones. Timer's up. Beats the timer. Move into range. Talon Bones to the bomber area. Gonna be a party over there. Super Thrill, Blue Spark, H9 Snowstorm. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Stronger wall. Wall number 3. Thirteen is still. Black block. Green block. 15% of a green block. A little tougher on this one. 85 green. But it all adds up. The important thing is the snowstorm feature. Now, Ron, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is your first wall, right? All right. They did play Holy Avenger, which means this wall cannot be affected by snowstorm, Dimes. Remember early on, Dimes burned in a snowstorm, but it's still wall number 1. All right. We got 2 more players getting fun. Cat, your wall ain't frozen. What you gonna do? 20-second timer. Timer's up. Nerf timer incoming. All right, beats the Nerf timer. Cat jumping in. The Stealth Bomber. Let's give Cat a 50-point Top Gun award. Dune to the Straw Man. Max Seal on Ron. Craven Light, Insania, Mythic Sonar, Gold Sonar. All right. They're doing what we call nerfing the hell out of this grenade. But we'll see. Okay? Because she's getting double rage out of it. And it's a Grizzly. Dune to Straw Man, we're going to spread to Straw Man number 5. Which is interesting because she could have lit Straw Man number 6. But she chose to go for the damage. Interesting play there. 9, 10. T20 Grizzly. Craven Light. The Insania's coming off first. H17. With a 35% nerf to it. T12. Lithium. After mass destruction. T12 Red Eye. That's a hell of a hit still after the nerfs. But not anywhere near what it's going to be. T12 Red Eye. Remember, the damage from wall number 1 is different. It's easier. Blue block. Blue block. Red block. 35% of a red block. 65 red remaining. 2.65. And the final move of the night goes over to Bomber Bones. 20 seconds, Bones from the Bomber Zone. Timer's up. It hits. All right. Dark Misha, half the rage. Played by previous player. T10. Stealth bonus was a modifier, not played, but you still get an extra E5 on top of it. 8, 9, 10, 15. Eight, 9, S16. Grizzly from Bones. Finishing off the green. Blue block. Blue block. Blue block. That is it. That's where we leave it, everybody. Great job, both teams. I had a lot of fun with this. I think both of you guys played great. A couple different strategies to each team. Fun job, fun job. All right, we've got a couple things we got to add up here. Let's give justice. There were some really, really good moves tonight, taking people out of their game. So we give a blessing to Justice. We're going to give one to Craven Light. Strawman got it up to 5. 50 points for Strawman. DZ points. Nobody and nobody. How about Ron? Siege Award, Ron. Good job. All right. It's going to come down to math. We got to cap a boss, too, or two. So I've got Cat's boss. That's boss number 6 for Team Vox. Also a 63-point Kang on top of it. On the other side, I got Football's boss and a 63-point Kang on top of that. Let's count down the blessings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is going to take down a complete wall. So I'm going to give a block to each team because that's what they're going to end up getting. Third block for SLY. And we'll rebuild it for them. Remember, they had 4 remaining. So we'll get their 4, and they got 5 rings, so we'll take down 1. On the other side, we got 4, which means we're going to have the exact same point in time with the wall, but SLY will get a 2-wall advantage, so 600-point advantage. That's why this game is going to be very, very close in both directions because of how both teams scored. Got a feel it's going to come down to PCP points. All right, give me 5 minutes. I'm going to do a little bit of math. You guys do me a favor. We don't do this often enough, and we don't do it loud enough. Sincerely congratulate both teams. You guys play hard. You earn it. You earned the battle. It was a fun game. A little bit of retribution, a little bit of revenge, a little bit of fun, a little bit of craziness. Everything kind of came down. But this is a good rivalry. It's a good rivalry brewing, and I think it's going to continue that way. I'll be back in 5 minutes. All right, everybody, we are back, and we do have a winner, and I'll break it down for how tonight's match broke down. I mean, it went back and forth a little bit, and a little surprising result here. So start out with the flags. Flags, VOX, very strong flag game. Anytime you get 6 flags, SLY made a strong push to get one of them down, but 6 flag caps, you got to make up the points in different areas, so we'll see how they did it. VOX starting out with 1,050 and SLY 600. So there's a big advantage right there with VOX. You're looking at it saying, whoa, that's 450. But then we got to the walls, and look at what SLY did to the walls. 905 to 305. So it flipped the game. That 450-point advantage is now a 150-point advantage for Team SLY. Got to Strawman. Strawman, 65 points for VOX, 0 for SLY. Now that 150, it's about a 100-point lead now for VOX if you're keeping score. But we got the big surrender. Might have forgotten about that. It was a long time ago. Ron with the MBS, and that's 200 points. So now it shifts the battle back to VOX by about 100 points. Get to Kangs. Kangs was almost even, 234 to 252. So no big difference there. VOX still holding a lead. But VOX did have the Kang advantage. Mission bonus. You had a 50-point mission bonus for Team VOX. So able to get that 50-point mission bonus. A little bit of a mix-up there, but every point counts, right? So an extra 50 points added to that total. Then you get to Siege and Occupy. Both teams able to get Siege and Occupy. They tried to deny him a little bit, but that was kind of a break-even point. So you still got VOX with a little bit of advantage, about a 100-point advantage, but this is where it got a little bit different. We had Watchtowers, 325 for VOX, only 125 for SLY. So now there's another 200-point advantage. Dragonstones, Craven got a Dragonstone, but not a minor difference in points there. DZ, though, was different. SLY 175, VOX 100. So 75 points chipped away there. And then the timers were almost even. VOX slightly better with the timers, 230 to 220, only a 10-point difference. But then we get to the end of it, 2792 to 2534. So you're looking at that thinking, all right, VOX with a couple 100-point advantage just in the core stuff. Let's take a look at the PCP. Was SLY able to do enough with the other stuff, with the Scourge deductions and some of the other things? PCP points. We had gold bars. 100 points in gold bars for SLY. We had a cannonball, a tire, a bullseye, an ace award, and PCP was split 75 to 75. So 275 for Team SLY. Over on the other side, white flag, feather, because of that surrender. Surrender is huge. Cannonball, tire, wave award, 9 award, Top Gun award, and 75 PCP DZ. And we had that 15 points that we'd given for the Faust, 300 to 275. So now VOX extends their lead a little bit. It comes down to what we call the extras. That is the Kangs. That is the Dark Bosses. That is the Chromicas, etc. Well, we had 4 Elmos with SLY. We had a Dark Boss. That's 65 points. But they also had a Mythic Kang played against them, another Mythic Kang, and a Mythic Gideon. They were actually negative 15 in the extras. VOX, 7 Elmos, a Dark Boss, a Chromica, a Red Watcher, and minus 50 because the Scourges, but they're able to get a positive 65. That's important. Big difference. Tonight, not by a lot, but still getting the win. It was VOX's night at home, 31-67 to 27-94. A great, great battle. A little bit more different than I thought, but it was very fun at the end because of all the action, the excitement, all the extra damage. You guys played a heck of a game. It's just the scoring early in the game. VOX had built up quite a cushion with both the Watchtower and also with the MBS. That was probably the difference in the game. But I had a blast. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the gameplay. Yeah, I thought people kind of let their hair down a little bit and said, we're going to play a little wild tonight. And sometimes you need games like that just to remind everybody that the games are super, super fun to play. So you learn a lot from them. And, the thing that I keep learning is it is anybody's tournament coming up. Thank you guys. Appreciate all of you guys. Awesome game, awesome match. Enjoy tomorrow off. And thanks to all the players for making it fun. That's important. You guys remember that at all times. And don't forget, Friday night, we're starting out the final chapter of 2023, everybody. It is called Christmas Crazy Town. And I'm just going to warn you, the next few months are going to be awfully, awfully dark. So just be ready for some amazing Play Dead Live. You guys have a great night. I'll talk to you all Friday night. Peace.